Hello everyone, welcome back to DataCraft, your go-to place for all data engineering things. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Today, we are going to dive into setting up an SQL project on Visual Studio Code. We will cover what VS Code is, why it's essential for data engineers, the prerequisites you will need, and a step-by-step guide to setting up the AdventureWorks database. Let's get started. Visual Studio Code, commonly known as VS Code, is a free, open-source code editor developed by Microsoft. It's lightweight, fast, and highly customizable with a vast array of extensions. VS Code is widely used by developers across various programming languages and tasks due to its robust features and ease of use. Data engineers benefits greatly from using VS Code because of its flexibility. It supports multiple languages used by data engineers starting from SQL, Python, and many other tools, making it ideal for diverse data engineering tasks. VS Code integrates seamlessly with databases, version control system, Azure DevOps, GitHub, and other cloud services, enhancing productivity with features like IntelliSense, debugging, and an integrated terminal. This capability makes it an essential tool for efficient data engineering workflows. Even from 2026, Azure Data Studio will be getting depreciated and its functionality will be made available in VS Code. Before setting up AdventureWorks database SQL project on VS Code, ensure you have the following prerequisites. Download and install .NET 8 SDK and Visual Studio Code from the official Microsoft website. And also download and install the AdventureWorks database on your local MS SQL Server instance, which we have done in previous tutorials. And also try to install the SQL Server extension for Visual Studio Code. The links for the download will be shared in the below description. In demo section, I will show you a step-by-step process of setting up an AdventureWorks database in VS Code. We'll start by creating a new SQL project, connecting to databases and importing the AdventureWorks database, and then I will run some sample queries and display the results. I will also address some common issues and solutions to ensure a smooth setup. So let's get into demo. Let's start our demonstration by Googling how to download the .NET SDK 8 download. It leads to our Microsoft landing page, where we can try to download the .exe file of .NET 8 SDK. And once it got downloaded, try to install it in the usual way how we try to install all other applications. I think it looks like it's getting installed. Once it got installed, get into your command line and try to look for whether it is installed properly or where it is installed. It looks like it got installed properly in the C colon. After this, try to install the SQL package, which you might be needing to connect via Visual Studio Code. Later, try to look for Visual Studio Code in a similar way how we did for .NET 8 SDK. Try to download it. Once it got downloaded, try to install it in the same way how we try to install the .NET SDK 8. And try to add this Visual Studio Code in our environment path variable. It looks like it's getting installed. Once it got installed, Visual Studio Code will be getting launched. And go to extension and look for MS SQL or SQL Server extension and try to install it. Once the extension is installed successfully, get into Azure Data Studio and try to connect your AdventureWorks database to check whether it's working. It looks like it's all good. And later, on the command line, try to look for MS SQL add connection and try to add the connection properties of your AdventureWorks database that's installed locally on your laptop. I'm just trying to take the name AdventureWorks database 2019. and just choose the encryption as optional and try to connect it. And it looks like we're able to connect. It's the same way how we usually used to try to connect the database from the Azure Data Studio. But since you might be aware that like from 2026, like Azure Data Studio is no more be available. It's out of support. Uh, so we might be needing in future, like you have to connect the database via the Visual Studio Code like this. So I'm just trying to run some queries from the Visual Studio Code in the same way how we try to execute in Azure Data Studio. And it looks like it's running in the same way how we try to do in Azure Data Studio. You can see the results in the output query results. So whatever we do here, like it directly connects to the instance of the database and tries to execute against the server. So here we can even create a new view over here. For example, I'm just trying to create a view called V department. Let's rename it as V department. I'm just trying to take a copy from the create script, select script. Just trying to remove the top 1000, and I'm just copying it and I'm replacing it here. So it looks like the query got executed and the V got created. Let's refresh the view folder. Yeah, it looks like the V department got populated and it's running. So when we execute the query, here it's getting executed against the database. So when we look at get into the site tab of database project, we could see there is no database project exist. So basically we are just trying to take a database projects or the code base of the database. So for that I'm just trying to connect the AdventureWorks. I'm just naming the project as copy to a local instance. So basically what I'm trying to do is like I'm just trying to take a code base of AdventureWorks database and hold it in a database projects. And later I will be creating a new empty database and I will be moving the code base of AdventureWorks into that new database instance. So I will try to show it you here. So I'm just creating a folder for this code base. I don't want to include the permission of the database. So let's wait for the code base to get loaded into our project area. It looks like the code base of the AdventureWorks database is getting loaded here. A difference between the one which we previously did and this is like the views or tables seen before or runs against database, while here it's just a code base of it. So here now I'm just trying to create a new database. I'm just going to name it as a local deployment. So I have created an empty database called local deployment. We could see it here now. So it's empty, it doesn't have any tables, it doesn't have any view. So what I'm trying to do is now I'm just going to copy this code base into that new database. So before that, like I'm just trying to remove some of the objects in the database. So I'm just trying to remove the V department which I created earlier. And also since my local instance of my AdventureWorks database doesn't have full text search capabilities, and I'm trying to delete some of the create full text index that exist on some of the tables of this code base. So I'm just trying to remove those properties. So basically I'm trying to do some changes on this database code base. So later I'm just planning to deploy this code base into the new database which we have created. And also I see like in document database I do have the same index, so I'm just dropping that index and saving it back. So I'm just removing it in the product review table as well. But also I'm just trying to delete some of the USBs which I don't need. So once it's all done, like I'm just going to migrate this database objects into the new database. So for this, I'm trying to run a command .NET build and select the project file. So it basically builds the SQL project. It looks like the build got successful. Later, I'm trying to publish this build into the new database which we have created. For this, we need to execute this command SQL package, action publish, those things. I will share this detailed script in my GitHub repo, which I will be sharing below this video. So it's basically like we are trying to move this database objects getting published into our new database, empty database, which we have created recently. So it looks like it's got published successfully. When we try to refresh the new database local deployment, it looks like all the database tables objects are getting moved here. In conclusion, Visual Studio Code is a powerful and versatile tool that significantly enhances the productivity of data engineers. By following the steps outlined, you can easily set up and manage SQL projects like AdventureWorks database within VS Code. This setup not only streamlines your workflow but also provides a robust environment for executing and managing SQL queries efficiently. Thank you for watching, and I hope this tutorial helps you in your data engineering journey. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.